Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency video. I'll try to keep this update less than 5 minutes for all of you XRP holders and investors. And again, guys, this is not financial advice, but I do want to create smaller segment videos, just add a little something different to the XRP community to learn more each and every day. Just by kind of sourcing various articles and different smart people around the community, because there is always news and developments each and every day. And there's plenty of developments that happened in the past, 6-7 years as well, regarding XRP, Ripple, the private company's native digital asset. So right here, Michelle Bond actually shared this, and she actually just joined Ripple, the private company based out of San Francisco. And this is an article just talking about, one of the strongest teams in the market. And I agree, Ripple is one of the probably strongest cryptocurrencies, if you even want to classify it as that, but hands down the strongest team. And people will say, oh, it's centralized. And again, if you guys actually look into, what you're comparing it to, if you're comparing it to a proof of work algorithm like Bitcoin and, all the mining is actually based out of China, it really just depends on your perspective. And you can honestly see it anyway. And again, there's a method to the madness of why XRP plans out their escrow and everything. And again, guys, there are countless videos, countless websites to source that and learn all about it. But anyways, I digress. So right here, guys, regardless if you think XRP is a true cryptocurrency or not, Ripple makes everything that Ripple makes, every move it makes, propels the crypto community further and further. In the coming years, almost every asset will become interoperable, thus making the market one living unit, interoperability. So think of crypto projects as websites, and soon we will have a structure or infrastructure set in place like Google to serve all of the websites all under one umbrella. And this will be the Internet of Value, IOV. So again, guys, this is a loose idea. This is like us trying to speculate, back in the 90s, what social media would become today. We had no idea. So we almost just have to let this evolve naturally. We have to let regulators and everything happen at its own pace. So encourage the growth of all crypto projects, of course. Any exposure is good exposure. And most emerging technologies and disruptive technologies get bad press initially. And that's fine. That's part of change. We inherently do not like change. It can be scary for us. It's uncertain. But change is also necessary to grow. So right here, jobs at Ripple Labs. The past 2 years, Ripple has been on a hiring spree. Some of the best people with traditional market connections and experience. In particular, Ripple has been targeting people with experience or networks with the SEC and other regulatory bodies. Most recently, Ripple picked up another person that fits this mold, Michelle Bond. And again, Stuart here just says, welcome Michelle Bond as Ripple's global head of governmental relations. 15 plus years of global government relations, legal and policy experience. Excited to have her on board as we continue to work closely with lawmakers, regulators, and partners worldwide. We know they've been handpicking people from IBM, Facebook, Google, Apple, you name it. And now this is, one of their biggest focuses as well, to protect their future and ensure that XRP is either classified as not a security, perhaps something else entirely, or will just never be classified as a security and it'll just kind of remain ambiguous. That is that's what they want to ensure, that it is never actually defined as a security, and that's fine. And I would bet I would bet a lot that XRP will never be classified as a security. If it is in a few years, I will be extremely surprised. You can come back here and call me an idiot. But there's a lot of people that agree with me. And that doesn't mean anything, but just do your own research. So Michelle's worn many hats. We can see her experience here with blockchain, speaking, and she knows what she's talking about. So right here, the entire purpose of Ripple hiring the brilliant minds is to finagle the regulatory industry to navigate laws to make sure XRP remains either unclassified or classified as not a security. And XRP is currently not considered security, with Ripple bringing people with deep connections and experience in these areas. XRP will likely be classified as not a security within the year following Bitcoin and Ethereum's favorable outcomes. And I would tend to agree with that. I think that we're waiting on the other assets that, are valued higher in market capitalization for now. Primarily Bitcoin, because that's, one of the first and has been around for a while. And again, Ripple Lab jobs. The majority of these jobs are over 6 figures. No surprise there, getting plenty of experienced people. And this is the last thing I want to touch on. Ripple working with MoneyGram. So the other top news with the Ripple and MoneyGram has been substantially covered throughout the market. Ripple worked a deal with the company to buy out a certain percentage of the stock, projected over 10%, to create a partnership with the company, a strategic partnership. Essentially, this will solidify the use of xrapid throughout the client base of MoneyGram and expedite the onboarding process, which takes so long to complete. And again, guys, this is a 2-year contract, and MoneyGram will be utilizing XRP. So this is huge. I know we're not seeing any price difference yet, but this is just one of the many that are coming. More of these organizations, MoneyGram being the second largest transfer organization in the world for money, is going to be holding large amounts of XRP, and so will their clients potentially, or someone will have to custody this and take it out of the supply. And the more the supply is taken, the higher the demand, hence the higher the price. Additionally, the boost in exposure throughout blockchain association served to skyrocket MoneyGram's stock prices instantly. Within a few hours of this announcement, the stock price more than doubled. I wish XRP did that. But again, there's no relationship between good news with XRP quite yet, because that would look like a security if every time Ripple let out news, XRP just quadrupled in price. So we are waiting. We are laying the rails, the payment rails, building that infrastructure as always. And I guarantee we are going to see increase. And again, this is just my opinion. Please do your own research, but I've been in the game for a while. There's a lot of people smarter than me that tend to agree. So please find various sources. And let's see, I feel like I rambled on enough, guys. I am very excited for what the future brings. I feel a lot of people are down right now just seeing these constant prices staying the same. I mean, granted, we were looking at 25 cents really not too long ago, and we almost saw 48 cents, 50 cents. You would have doubled it if you're timing the trades. I personally try to just hold in dollar cost average, but to each their own. But again, guys, doubling your investment compared to 10 to 15% in stocks, I'm all about this here. So I will see you in the next one, and hopefully I didn't ramble on too long.